Crumbl, what's in store? A European trip with flavors galore. France brings creme brulee and stroopwafel. Will they be good or simply awful? Italy has tea with cannoli and tiramisu, and there's gelato, what to do? Sweden has their Bubs candy. Watching them, they're done, that's also dandy.
All right, Crumbl's going international with his flavors this week, starting off with the Creme Brulee Cookie. This is a chilled brown sugar cookie, partially rolled in turbinado sugar, topped with a torched creme brulee topping. Wee wee! And over we go to Italy for the Cannoli Cookie. This is two thin waffle cone rolled cookies sandwiching a classic cannoli cream filling with edges coated in mini semi-sweet chocolate chips. Can barely see it, but there it is. Mamma mia! And for another Italian offering, the chocolate Tiramisu Cake. This is a vanilla cake inspired by classic Italian tiramisu, stacked with chocolate whipped frosting, dolloped with mascarpone whipped cream, and dusted with cocoa powder. Ay, ay, ay! And now over to Sweden for the Swedish candy cookie featuring Bubs. This is a marbled strawberry and vanilla cookie mixed with dehydrated strawberry topped with a swirled strawberry and vanilla mousse, dusted with a sour sugar and finished with strawberry vanilla Bubs candy piece. As the Swedish chef would say, and when you think Italy, you think dessert, because here's another Italian dessert we have. This is the Vanilla Chocolate Gelato Cookie. This is a brown sugar cookie rolled in waffle cone streusel with a creamy vanilla gelato mousse inspired by Italian stracciatella, studded with chocolate shavings, drizzled with chocolate, and sprinkled with more waffle cone streusel. Yeah, I don't have any other Italian sayings. And lastly, onto the Stroopwafel Sandwich Cookie. This is two chewy sugar-dipped cookies sandwiching a golden caramel filling. So, international cookies this week. That's why I'm wearing my Epcot Eat Around the World shirt, because when I think international, I think Epcot. So we're going to see how international this is now. It's funny to me that they kind of just stayed in Europe. That is partially international, but I wouldn't mind seeing like some stuff over in Asia, some stuff in Africa, South America, stuff like that. But it sounds like it's pretty cool this week, so let's try this. I'm going to go ahead and start with this Stroopwafel sandwich. Not a big fan of the thin ones, because when I want a cookie, I want something big, but we're going to give it a shot and see how it goes. So Stroopwafel it is. Super chewy. I get the caramel in there. I appreciate that it's not like Rolo caramel. It's good tasting caramel. The cookie itself is good. Pretty chewy. I like more of like a cakiness to the cookies, but it's not bad. It does taste really good with the caramel. I like that kind of caramel. It's kind of like a praline caramel or even a bruleed caramel. But overall, that's not bad. Not my favorite, but I'm just not a fan of the thin ones. So on to the next international cookie. We're going to go with the Vanilla Chocolate Gelato Cookie. This thing looks like it's got so many different layers on it, which is pretty cool. So let's dive in and see what we got. Very crunchy waffle cone. The ice cream, like texture and flavor is really good. It's chocolate, vanilla. You get that waffle cone in every bite. The cookie's a nice, like brown sugar taste to it. Overall, it feels like I'm eating gelato with a waffle cone. So not bad. It's got a lot of good flavors to it. That one I actually enjoy. So that's a good one. On to the next one. Next one we're going to try is the Swedish candy cookie featuring Bubs. I've never had this, so for any of you that have had Bubs out there, let me know what you think. It looks really pretty. I'm saving the candy for the boys and Mare, but I'm just going to try the cookie. Here we go. Really sweet strawberry flavor. I can taste the sour. Get a hint of that vanilla, but it's a sour strawberry, which is pretty good. It doesn't taste bad at all. I kind of like that flavor combination, so I see what you're doing there, Swedish people. That's pretty awesome. Not bad at all. On to the next cookie. Now on to the Italian Cannoli Cookie, which I think is going to probably have a lot of the same flavors as the gelato and just in a different kind of fashion to it. So let's see what we got. The cookie is chewy. It has like hints of the waffle cone in there. The cannoli cream is very good. It's distinctive. Chocolate chips don't really do much except add just a hint of chocolate. Really, really chewy for me. I like the cannoli cream. I wish they would have just had more of that, like make that thing thicker. That would have been much, much better in my opinion. But overall, the taste is there. The flavors are very good. So far, so good on This Week with the International. And now on to the Creme Brulee Cookie. Looks nice and eggy. Unfortunately, it didn't crack into it when I actually cut. That would have been something, but let's give it a try. Does have the crispiness up on top of the brulee. The cookie tastes really good. It's like crystallized, rolled in that special sugar that they were talking about. I forget, turbinado sugar. That adds a really good flavor to it. The cream cheeses they put on top, fantastic. The brulee flavors there. That is a great cookie. I really like how Crumbl went ahead and did the creme brulee and made it into a cookie because that is a winner. I really like that one. And now for the last one, which is not a cookie and it is the upcharge, is the chocolate tiramisu cake. Fun story, when I got there, it said chocolate tiramisu cake sold out. I said, how long is it going to take? They said, about 10, 15 minutes. So they put it on the menu real quick so they could ring it up for me, did all that. And then they came back to me about 5 minutes later and said, we are all out of the cream. We don't know where it is. I was like, it's all right. I still want to try it. It'll be fine. And then lo and behold, they said, hey, we found the cream hiding somewhere. So always take a chance. If it says sold out, give it a moment because it looks very pretty. Let's dive into this and see what we've got here. Layers of chocolate and tiramisu and cake. Here we go. The cake is fluffy. I like how in between they don't have a cream. It's more of a chocolate. That really gives it that chocolate flavor. You have the cream on top. I think the cream throughout would have been way too much overkill on the cream. So I really appreciate they put the chocolate in there. The cake is very fluffy. The flavors are good. I'm not getting a ton of tiramisu. Like I'm not getting a lot of coffee flavoring with it. But I am getting a lot of chocolate and a lot of whipped cream. So all in all, International Week was pretty darn good. I wouldn't mind a few more International Weeks diving into a whole bunch of different flavors across the world. But now, it's milk time. It's kind of fun that if I hold it this way, it looks like it's my face. Ah. Cheers. Down the hatch. Now for some deliberation. All right, coming in sixth place would be the Cannoli Cookie. The thins just don't do it for me, unfortunately. I like a thicker cookie. A chewy cookie is just not where it's at. Kind of like I don't like a crispy cookie. I like a nice, soft, delicious cookie that reminds me of like cookie dough. So what the cannoli had going for it was the cream. Everything else I really wasn't too big of a fan of. So that is why that one ranked at number 6. Coming in at number 5, the other thin cookie, the Stroopwafel. You guys might rank them higher, and that's perfectly fine because everyone has a different palate. I enjoyed the caramel in the middle. I like the texture of it. I like the flavor of it. I just don't like the thin cookies. If they had that in the middle of a different cookie or even on the top of a cookie, I think I would prefer that much more. Coming in at number 4 is going to be the ice cream gelato cookie. A lot of the same flavors as the cannoli cookie, just in a different kind of fashion. The waffle cone pieces were a nice touch. The ice cream gelato flavor on top was a nice touch. I'm just not a big fan of their pie show flavored cookies unless they are cookies and cream. So that's why that one ranked in at number 4. Coming in at number 3 was the Tiramisu Cake. Really enjoyed the chocolate, really enjoyed the cake part of it. But for me, in order to have it be tiramisu, I should have overwhelming flavor of coffee. And that I did not get. I know there was some cocoa powder up on top, but I want to be punched in the face with some coffee flavoring, and that was not it. So that's why that one ranked at number 3. Coming in at number 2, the Swedish candy featuring Bubs. Really enjoyed the strawberry sweetness of that one. Something that Crumbl always does well is strawberry flavoring, and that was really good. I like the sour part of it, kind of was crystallized. It just had a different flavor that I had not had before, and that was something that I really enjoyed. And coming in at number 1, the star of this week, is that Creme Brulee Cookie. Having that brulee on top, having the cream on top, and the cookie with that rolled in sugar, really fantastic. I love how they did that. So that is a big winner for me. Really enjoyed that. And as far as next week, again, Crumbl is hiding everything, and I don't know why. I think it would be a really smart idea to let us know weeks in advance what you have coming, because it gets us excited. As it is, who knows? A lot of people are going back to school. My kids are going back to school this week. So maybe, like we said last week, maybe they'll have some back-to-school flavors, like what you would do for lunches, maybe a peanut butter and jelly cookie or something along those lines. Who knows? So let me know in the comments, did you enjoy International Week, or are you looking forward to something they might be coming up with next week, and what do you think that is? And for final thoughts, as you can see, I'm by my lonesome again. Kids are doing non-stop football practices as they get back into the swing of things. My wife is back at school today, prepping for the school year, which starts a little bit later this week. So I'm the only one who gets to film for a little bit, unless one of them gets to be free, which right now schedule doesn't permit. But as far as all these cookies are concerned, Ben Mayer, done that. See you next time. Bye.
Thanks for watching our video. We really appreciate you watching it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ben Mayer done that. Like and subscribe to Ben Mayer done that.